Kia ora. Hello, Katrin here. I want to talk to you today about pattern and what I mean with pattern and how you can include two-pointing within that work. First of all, I really hope that you are well and that everything is okay for you in these difficult times. When we are working within or with ourselves, whether you are using two-pointing or any other tool for that matter, I believe there are many ways to roam. I would like you to be aware that whatever we work on within ourselves has a ripple effect on everything that is so-called in our outside world or around us. And I want to give you a little example of what I mean with patterns and how subconsciously we take them on. And when we are then working within ourselves, how it's important to transform, especially the limiting patterns within ourselves and for our future generations. When I grew up, I was, as some of you know, growing up in a very abusive environment, and for me it resulted in being a really angry child. I know that it happened because my father was very dominant and he didn't allow anything from us saying against him or going against him. Everything was domineered by him. So because I didn't really know as a child how to deal with that, I suppressed all that frustration and sadness and fear, and it turned into anger. And as a kind of funny story, but even as a 7 and 8 year old, I made appointments with some of the kind of bully type guys from our school after school to fight them. So kind of glad that I wasn't really a guy, because I think I could have continued on that path. However, because I was so angry, a lot of the time I actually did win, not because I was so much stronger than them, but I was so angry, and that anger produces a lot of energy and you become really strong when that is being released. Well, later on, I continued to be kind of an angry person. And the result of that was I couldn't really connect with people. Obviously, it's not fun to be around with a person who's angry all the time or who is just negative and looking at the negatives in our lives, and constantly, whenever anything, triggered me, I became angry again. That's what I mean with we are growing up in a certain environment and we're taking something on, and now automatically we have created a pattern within ourselves. It's no fun to be angry, because in the end, that anger that we think we are projecting outward, and yes, obviously we are sometimes doing it, we are hurting ourselves a lot more with that, because we cannot connect to other people. Nobody understands us. A lot of people actually fear us and don't want to have anything to do with us. So when now we are continuing on that path without working on ourselves, the journey, even into adulthood and later on possibly as a parent, continues to be in that same pattern of being angry. And that anger can then transform into, or play out, I should say, in different forms. Anger can obviously be physical. Anger can also be released towards ourselves. So we can hurt ourselves by eating unhealthy, or by constantly looking for fights mentally or emotionally, even with our partners. So therefore we continue on that path. When we then don't break that pattern or transform it, then we pass it on to the next generation and the next and the next. And this is what we can observe in any culture for hundreds of years, how certain patterns, including that of anger, has been passed on from generation to generation. What I love about two-pointing now is when I work on that pattern within myself, I'm not only transforming it for me personally, but also for everyone in my immediate surrounding and everybody who is coming after me. So that breaking the cycle, some people call it, I say, transforming the pattern, transforming a pattern of abuse, transforming a pattern of anger, transforming any kind of limiting pattern is so vital, not just for us, but for our children, our grandchildren, our communities, our culture, and in the end, for the whole world. And imagine a world that has transformed the pattern of anger and turned it into a pattern of understanding, of community, of love and joy. I would love to be be a part of transforming that pattern of anger. So I have started transforming that pattern within myself and for my children and my future generations. And if you would like to learn how to do that for yourself, just contact me. Find me on my website. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Come to my Facebook page and just contact me. We can transform anything that is limiting us personally and also transform it for our future generations and for everything and everyone that lives around us. And that is the beauty of two-pointing to me. So I hope you found this helpful. Bye for now, and I hope to see you soon.